Hello my friends, it's your old pal Jordan the Lion. How are you all doing today? I hope you said great, and if you didn't say great, I hope today what we do in the vlog makes you feel a little bit better. Amy's on her way over, and today we are going to go out to Beverly Hills and we are going to go pick one street that has some old famous celebrity homes on there, and we're going to show you all the homes up and down that street. I want to do a little series of these throughout the future of different streets in Beverly Hills just like this. And so today we're going to start with one of my favorites. I don't know exactly what we're going to be able to see, but there are like two houses on here that are a couple of my favorites, or people that I really admire live there and or passed away there, unfortunately. But we'll see some other ones, so I hope you guys enjoy this. Daze with Jordan the Lion begins now. So our celebrity tour today of Beverly Hills will be on Carolwood. It's really well known for at least one or two people living here, but I think you might be shocked to find out how many celebrities have lived on this street. Starting with this famous residence at 100 North Carolwood. Probably everyone recognizes these gates from about 10 years ago. This was the address that Michael Jackson died in. He was renting this large mansion at the time of his death for a mere $100,000 a month for an eight bedroom mansion. And unfortunately, this is where we came to know of him relying upon something called milk to sleep. The propofol that he would, basically it was used to help people be sedated for surgeries, and he had a doctor here that was giving it to him and it killed him. So that famous photo you would see online was them bringing his body out in the hearse or the ambulance out through this gate. And if you go to the other side, which Amy and I are gonna go around to the other side of this, you can actually see the window for his room. So let's go over there. So here's the garage entrance. So when Michael would have been alive, and they would have been coming and going probably through here, but right above, right up here is the window for the room that he passed away in. You can actually see everything else is covered up by the foliage, but you can still see that. So let me tell you something kind of crazy that happened the very week that Michael Jackson died here in 2009. Maybe a little morbid, but who knows? The fashion designer Christian Audigier, who's known for the Ed Hardy line, the very week that Michael died, leased this out. And we're gonna walk a little down the street towards Sunset, and then we'll turn around and go back up north. So if you come over here to 135 Carolwood, a lot of these are kind of covered up by foliage and shrubbery, but you can see the house inside there. That one was once the home to Rolling Stones frontman Mick Jagger. Pretty cool house. See the doors and everything up there. Mick Jagger's front doors. So these statues that line the outside of this property, these were once Elvis's. These were the estate of Elvis and Priscilla. I've vlogged the house up on Hillcrest that he was living in when he was making all the movies, but they bought this one afterward. And when they ended up getting a divorce, Elvis gave this house to Priscilla with the understanding that he got the Palm Springs house. So we're gonna walk over here and show you a little bit of this. And before him, Robert Montgomery had this house built in the 30s, father of Elizabeth Montgomery from Bewitched. This house was up for sale a couple of years ago. $35 million. It can be yours if the price is right. Came out here once before and saw these, and I was wondering who lived here now.
people could just say they knew Elvis lived here before, but nobody really knew who lived here recently, so I still couldn't find who lives here now. To me, that was just always one of the cool things about Elvis. He was raised one way religiously, but he really got interested in reading so much that he added different religious practices to his life and really kind of borrowed from everything that made sense to him. Amy, you'd agree with that, wouldn't you? I mean, you're a big Elvis fan. He pretty much liked all religions and kind of borrowed from everything for everything, didn't he? Music and religion, everything.
Yeah, because he said he didn't want to miss out on heaven due to a technicality.
Sounds very Elvis-y. Nice glasses, by the way, as we're out here. Here we can see him through a little bit of the tennis court, through a little gap in the fencing here. See some of the property. Here would have been one of the entryways.
Was it 244? Was it?
Can't really see it now, but that used to say 144. Now this next address actually has quite a few famous people that have lived here. This one is 141 Carolwood, or 141 Monivake. So this address you can't really see a whole lot, but connected to this was not only Sonny and Cher, but it was Marilyn Monroe, Tony Curtis lived here, John Ritter lived here, Burt Reynolds and Lonnie Anderson lived here. We're gonna walk over here to the other side and see if we can't give you a little bit of a view of the house in some way, because it's not too visible from the street, but we can certainly try. Can't see too much, but you can see a little bit. It looks like it has one of those old steel roofs to it. Wonder what that place must look like, why it must be so beautiful that many famous people would have wanted to live there. I believe this was the last home of Sonny and Cher. So I think this was the one that when they decided to get a divorce, they were actually living in separate wings of this place, and Sonny was living with his girlfriend here at the time. Right now we're walking up the street past the Michael Jackson house again, just so you have a frame of reference where we are. Now we just walked up a hill that was not fun, was it, Amy? And came to another residence of Burt Reynolds and Lonnie Anderson. They must have liked this street because they lived at a couple different places here. You can see their front walk. Double entry, so go through that entrance to get to the actual front doors. Then we're going to keep working our way up the street. We're going to go to 265 now. Okay, we made it over to 265, and this is great because you get a really good view of the house, and some of the stuff out front of the house kind of goes along with who lived here. If you look, you can kind of see there's some Asian lions up there. This was George Harrison's house. Some of you may know him from a little band called Traveling Wilburys. And I think he was in the Beatles too. I'm kidding, I know he was in the Beatles. Who knows, he could have been singing Got My Mind Set on You here. And look at some of the art in the yard. I really like his property as well because all over the front up here there's statues and various things you can get a good look at. More of the property. That's interesting.
It is. He's holding babies.
You're right.
It's weird. I don't like it.
Unfortunately, you can't see much of the house, but this property was once lived in and owned by Loretta Young, Gilbert Rowland, and Constance Bennett. Can't see anything. So George Harrison's property's right over there, but then whoever his neighbor was got really creative as well, and you can see their statues and various pieces of artwork over their wall as well, including their mailbox down here. Here you can see a statue right here and a one-way sign in there for some reason. I don't know who lives here, but I'm guessing I'd probably like them. Oh, wow. That's really cool. That's the mailbox I was telling you about. Take a look at that. All the frogs and critters and everything. Now over here you can see they're working on this place. This is 301, and it's a big tall wall, big tall garage door, everything. You can't see much, but you can see some of the house right there. This is Barbra Streisand's house, or old house. See, that's a massive wall. Now it looks like 325 is just completely gone. I can't find it anywhere, but 325 used to be one of the homes of Carol Lombard and Clark Gable. It would have been right behind here. I think 301 has taken over the property. Now this one here, 355, with these really cool kind of like guards out front. Even though it's not the same house, this was the original Walt Disney Carolwood property where he had that awesome train. I know you guys have, if you've been watching me long enough, you've probably seen the vlogs where we went out to Walt's barn out there where they have his pieces of his old train set and everything. Walt Disney loved trains, and here he had a train that actually went all the way around the property that he could sit on top of, and he spent many hours out here working on it, enjoying it, bringing employees from Disneyland to come out here and help him work on it and enjoy it. Too bad the house is gone now, but I heard it was kind of in bad shape. This would have been where Walt would have ridden all those trains. 355.
Alright, my friends, I hope you guys enjoyed that little tour of Beverly Hills, or I guess you'd more technically say Holmby Hills. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing some of those celebrity homes on Monivake and Carolwood. If you're ever out here, now you know where to go to see some of your favorite stars' former homes. We'll do some more of those in the future. I hope you enjoyed this. I had a great time. I always love looking at houses, and yeah, fun doing it with Amy. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you all next time. Goodbye.